Listen, I'm going to give you guys a chance to meet a remarkable guy, all right? Remarkable man who was actually at the University of Michigan when I was at the University of Michigan. He was the defensive back coach, and I used to have to go against his guys. But after I left the University of Michigan, he became the head coach. He received great honors, also got a chance to play as a national championship. But more so than that, this is a man who I respected, along with Coach Bo Schembechler. Also, although everything is not the way you're supposed to make it, and not the way that you think it should be, but if you listen to the right people and have discipline and listen to what people who have already been where you're trying to go, they're not going to lead you wrong. And I'll listen to this man's advice. Anytime that he tells me anything, I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it real high. All right? I'm going to introduce y'all to Coach Lloyd Carr, University.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Fred. It's great to be here. When Fred was at Michigan as a receiver, I was the defensive backfield coach, Coach Schembechler, and so every day the defensive backs would go one-on-one against our receivers, and we had some great receivers, and Fred was one of them. And he never caught a ball on us. Now, I'm sure he tells you he caught every pass, but we used to shut him down. That's what we did. But I'm really proud to know Fred, and I'm proud of what he's doing, and I'm proud of the kind of man that he is. I'll tell you a little bit about me. My first year out of college was 1968. And anybody here go to Butzel Junior High School? No? Over on the east side, Kirchhoff and Van Dyke. Yeah. Well, I taught there in the school year in 1968. And eventually went back to college and got another degree, and then coached high school football for 6 years. And then I went into the college football ranks. So I know a lot about Detroit. And I've been in here for 25 years recruiting. So I've been in, there's probably not a high school in this state, in this city, that I haven't been to. So I value the opportunity to come in and say a few words to you today. What I thought I would talk to you about is being a champion. And the way I define a champion is this. About 60, 70 years ago now, there was a guy running for president of the re-election as president of the United States, a guy named Harry Truman. So he was campaigning, and at one of these stops, one of these newspaper writers said to him, he said, "Mr. President, how do you define success?" And the president, this was his answer. He said, "Well, out in Tombstone, Arizona, there's a cemetery. And in that cemetery is a tombstone, and on that tombstone is an epitaph. It says, 'Here lies Jack Williams. He'd done his damnedest.'" If I were to ask you, how do you define success? There's a lot of ways out here. The people we meet, the people we see on TV every day. And some of them you think, well, they're successful because maybe they have stature, they have influence, maybe they have money, they have a big house, they have the best car. And but what I've always believed, and as an athlete, they say the most successful guys are the guys that make it to the NFL and make all that money. And a lot of those people absolutely meet the criteria for success. But in my mind, what I always tried to tell our players is, you come in here and every day you do your damnedest. You give your best effort. You do the things it takes to be somebody that's a champion. If every guy in our program will do that, if every coach, if every person who works in the equipment room, if the people that clean the building, and the people that do all of the things for the coaches, the assistants, the secretaries, that's what it takes to have a championship program. And what does that have to do with you? Well, you know, to me, it all begins with a work ethic. A work ethic that you say to yourself every day, I'm going to work hard. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how much ability you have. If you're not willing to work and work hard, then you're going to fall short. So being successful, in my judgment, is about developing some fundamentals. And it begins with an ability to work hard. Now, what I always told our players, better to, in terms of working, it all begins being on time, showing up. I don't care what happens, I'm going to be on time. And I'm going to show up, and I'm going to be alert. I'm going to take care of myself so that when I get there, I can do my job. You know, one of the things that holds people back, they don't take care of themselves. A lot of you guys in here, I know you're athletes, and you played in high school. You've done a lot of great things, football, basketball, track, whatever sports you played. But, you know, that conditioning that you had that enabled you to be a good athlete, you know, it's the same thing as you go into the workforce. You know, if you take care of your body, I have talked to people who say, well, I can't work out every day because I don't have the money to be in a health club. Well, you know, one of the greatest things you can do every day, do this. Take a walk. You don't, all you need is a coat and a hat, a pair of gloves, but you can do something. You can do something every day to make sure that you're physically fit. Because there's going to come a point in your life when you reach an age where if you haven't taken care of yourself, it's going to be harder. It's going to be a lot harder.